Well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now live here on the YouTube channel. This is once again another installment of everyone's, that humble little podcast that people like to call Around the Point here on YouTube.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all once again for tuning in on this Sunday, December the 13th. The year's almost ending. Holy crap. I gotta buy Christmas gifts. Thanks for reminding me, calendar. But nonetheless, as you already see, it is me. It is your favorite motherflower. I am that dude named Steve. But you already knew that already by just looking at me and shit. Thank you all again for tuning in. And I am not alone. I'm always joined by the crew themselves. You already know who they are. They are devouring the ribs. They're into their Nintendo. I think the PS5, if you will. I'm here to join first all the way in Detroit. Detroit versus everybody. The man with the golden charm. Big Mike from Big Mike himself. Big Mike, what's up, bro? How that PS5, bro?
Well, I didn't get the PS5. All I got is a remote, so playing the PS3.
You playing the PS3 with the remote?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Never, yo.
Yeah, gotta get it how you live, man. You know.
Yeah, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. You gotta.
But I'm close, though. I'm close, though.
You close. You're focused right now. He's focused right now. That was me earlier playing FIFA. Believe it or not, throughout this whole quarantine that I've been in right now, yes, all I've done was play FIFA, dude. I said I'm going to catch up on all the wrestling that I've missed, and honestly, I have not done that.
Oh, yeah.
I have not done that. And we're also joined all the way in wonderful Sacramento, California. He is our John Draper. He is devouring some amazing baked ribs. He's just going into the bone. Look at that. He's going into the fucking bone. There's a dog right now that's upset right now. I'm telling you right. There's a bitch out there right now that's upset. You're not even giving them the bone. Anyway, the one, the only, Dave Sackey's. He froze. He froze right there eating his ribs. Dave, what's up, bruh?
I'm just finishing this out. I know, right? I'm doing good. Yo, thanks again. Big shout out to Hill Steve, because man, couldn't have done it without you. Had to get the assist, the 2 cents. That perfect amount of baking time. Really helped out.
I rarely don't do ribs. I really don't, because my family really don't do pork ribs. We do beef ribs.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, yeah, we do a lot of beef ribs here in the house, mostly for soups and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like what I like to buy more than anything are the short ribs.
Yeah, those are good for Korean barbecue stuff.
I do short ribs and then I braise them on a low heat for a couple hours, dude. Oh, what I do is I sear them on all sides in the pot. I know this is a wrestling podcast, but at the same time, I want to help out everyone out there here and there with their cooking skills. You know what I mean? Because that's the kind of guy that I am.
It's the way to the panties, bro.
Yeah, the way to the panties. Way get that girl to get you out of the friend zone. I know a lot of you dorks this time of the year are gonna be simping, trying to buy that girl a gift and all that shit. But this is gonna guarantee you to get laid. This will get you laid. This right here, I'm gonna tell you, is gonna get you laid. All right, I'm just saying that right now.
All right.
So when it comes to the kitchen work, right? See, what I like to do is I like cooking with short ribs. So what I do is I sear them on all the sides. I sear them in a pot. Right, I throw some olive oil in there. Right, I sear them on all the sides. Right, when they get good color, I take them out. Whatever you guys don't, please do not do this. Do not clear out the pan or the pot. All that, that's fun. That's flavor. You dice up some white onion. You can do the red onion too, if you will. Vidalia, the white onion, the Spanish onion. Dice them up. I know a lot of you dorks get very teary-eyed. I know a lot of you dorks get, start crying. It happens. Listen, it happens because you have a dull knife. If you have a sharp knife, it's not going to happen. Remember that. Or throw some cold water and that the trick and it goes away. Anyway, throw them in the pot. Get some color in there. Throw some diced up garlic. Right?
Right.
then throw in the wine, a little water, right? And then I throw back the meat. I throw them back in there on low heat for like an hour and a half. I'll do 2 hours if I can. But I try to do an hour and a half.
I feel it.
Near the end of the 40-minute mark, I throw in the vegetables, peas and carrots. Do the frozen. It's fine. Do the frozen. While all that's happening, get the rice cooker ready. Make the white rice. Mashed potatoes is fine too. And then, near the 20 minutes left on the clock before the ribs, the whole thing is done, I throw beer.
Wait, on the ribs or for the side?
In the pot where I have the short ribs braising, I throw beer. What that does, it just enhances the flavor.
I got a secret for enhancing meat, rather it be chicken, pork, whatever.
Yeah,
vanilla.
I'm about vanilla, bro. I don't do vanilla.
No. Like it's kind of like cooking psychology when you're baking. Like if you bake, add that shit on your meat. If you gotta bake meat, and I swear whoever's in your house, they're gonna be like, what's that cooking? Because it just like it intensifies the smell, bro. It's not even about the flavor. It's like it's nasal psychology, bro. Like you're gonna get people hungry. Like like when you like had your mom ever like when you were a kid, did your mom ever bake you cookies?
Nah, bro, we don't do cookies at the house. We just see us growing up Hispanic, dude. We just don't never bake cookies. I've done them in school before. I've done it in culinary school, but never really.
You know that vanilla goes into the cooking process. I mean, the baking process for cookies, right?
But I'm not a baker though, bro. It's just crazy. I am not a baker, if you will.
Okay.
It never really was my strong suit, especially in culinary school. I can cook anything almost, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the baking department, it's over. I don't even bother. I don't even bother with the baking stuff, bro. I don't. Mike is focused there. He's focused on his video game there, bro.
What are you playing, Mike?
What you playing, Mike?
Fight Night Round 4.
Oh, championship?
No, not champions. I got that one, but I'm playing round 4.
Hey, can we take a second and talk about the announcement, please? Since you talking about Fight Night, Mayweather.
Oh, Mayweather and
Logan Paul.
Yeah,
fuck it. We'll talk about it. I know a lot of people. Did we talk about
that last week?
I think we did, but I don't think I really went much. I just talked about it.
Right. Yeah, we gotta talk about it again. Let's talk about it again.
Just real quick.
Let me just pause the music. Let's pause the music. And just pause the music right now because why the fuck not? I know a lot of people. I know a lot of dorks right now who don't know shit about boxing. There's a lot of dorks out there who don't know shit about the sweet science, who are looking at this like after watching the mics. Because believe it or not, bro, I've seen these YouTubers out there. I'm not gonna throw no name, but your boy. Your boy. Okay. Your boy. Your boy.
He ain't my boy. He just Ronda Rousey's WWE run. He's
my boy. He's not my boy. He's more like my mutt, but he's not my boy.
Not my boy.
Say he's more like my cousin, but he's your boy. What corporate want to see, what people want to see. That dude, yeah. Ese cabrón. Ese. Mira ese nada más. So, I've seen people get upset after the Mike Tyson fight with Roy Jones, and people talk about, this is why I watch wrestling and I don't get into boxing. But people knew about the rules in it before the fight even happened. Right. People been knowing about the rules, and people were in shock. But anyway. After this, right, the news came out that, hey, Floyd Mayweather, arguably, and I don't care what anyone says, the greatest defensive fighter that's ever graced the sport of boxing. 50-0. 50-0 is coming out of retirement.
Again.
He is coming out of retirement.
Dude's at 51. 51-0.
No, he's 50-0. He is 50-0.
So that fight in China counted or no?
No, that didn't count.
That didn't count.
That was just an exhibition. That was just like, okay, you know what?
This one really isn't going to count either.
It's not going to count either. It's not. Not in my. I mean, the other people is not going to count. But in my, you know what? Fuck, he'll be 51-0, but technically still 50-0, right? But the idea is he's coming out of retirement to compete in an exhibition fight against none other than 0-1. 0-1 Logan Paul. YouTube sensation.
Is that his brother?
The host of the Impulsive podcast. And yes, the older brother of one Jake Paul. The same Jake Paul who on the same card of the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones in the co-main event viciously knocked out, that is, meme-ified knockout of former NBA 3-time slam dunk champion Nate Robinson.
That Nate Robinson knockout looked like an accident. Like it looked like an accident. You know the best comparison to that fight? Watch the first episode that included Stinkmeaner in the Boondocks Granddad's fight, and how their first encounter, Stinkmeaner, who is blind, knocks out Granddad. And it's like this blind man just got lucky. I'm not saying that Paul isn't skilled, like trained or whatever. But what I'm saying is this dude just kept running, and everybody was just, just swinging out of nowhere. So it was luck. He didn't time no punches.
No,
He did not.
None of these guys are skilled boxers. Yes, Jake Paul has had a year worth of training.
3 years of training.
3 years worth of training.
He's been training for years. Here's the thing, though, bro.
Oh my God, I don't look good.
Nah, bro.
He wants McGregor, right?
Now, here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing, right? Jake Paul, and this is when he trained. When he goes up against these YouTubers, dude, he's a monster. There's no denying that. I'll go one step. I think he beats KSI. If they had a fight, he beats KSI.
Could Jake Paul be Screech? That motherfucker used to box all the time.
I say yes. Now you can hold the Screech.
Screech is
good
like
point. Good point.
Hold the Screech, and how does he look now?
He's probably out of shape and everything.
And how bad have the drugs took over his body?
Bad. He looks like how he looked maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah, but how much has the drugs taken over his body and shit?
I don't think he's a drug addict no more. But he's probably a recovering, in the recovery phase. But he's not a drugger no more.
So where was I? So listen, Jake against any other YouTuber, any of these celebrity, he's a monster. Now, I heard that he wants to fight Conor McGregor. He wants to fight Dylan Dennis. When I hear him throw these fighters out there, listen, Dylan Dennis is ass. Dylan Dennis is the equivalent of Vinny Magalesh. He is the equivalent of Jake Shields. I used to put over Jake Shields a lot on this show. Many years ago. Okay? When he fought GSP, I'm like, yo, Jake Shields going to beat GSP. I was fucking wrong. This was back in 2013. Not even that. This was like back in 2010, 2011. I used to put over Jake Shields, and that was wrong. But anyway. The idea that now, again, Floyd Mayweather is coming out of retirement. And this is what I think about it, too. Yes, it's a silly fight. Yes, this is a cash grab. This is a fucking cash grab. I guarantee you. Listen, Floyd Mayweather, the way Skip Bayless would call him, Floyd may or may not weather, right? Looked at how much money the Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight generated. And it did. It generated a lot of money. It did. We're talking in the millions here. We're talking in the fucking millions.
Tyson and Jones.
Dave, you're cutting off very low, by the way, bro.
The difference between Tyson and Jones is like that fight was like, even though they're older,
move your head, bro. Move your head.
Even though it was a older people's fight, they had to actually try. Like they were actually being serious with their fight. This fight is going to be a one-sided carry where it's like it's going to be similar to McGregor. The other guy's going to try, and Jones is going to be like, "I'm going to give you a few rounds," and then by round 3, you're out. Like that's just it. Like it's going to be a thing where it's like, I'll carry you for 3 rounds, but if you deck me in round 1, you're dropped in round 1. Like that's going to be this shit. The thing is, and that's the realism of this shit. But the thing is, Floyd needs to stop. He needs to stop doing this, and I'm going to say why, and this is really important. Rocky Balboa in the movies said something. No, he said something that's real.
Okay, yeah, I get
it. Time is unbeatable. That's the biggest unbeaten record right there. Time. And I guarantee the longer Floyd does this with these spectacle fights of just any random nigga, it's like the higher the chances his streak drops. It's like what happened with The Undertaker. He kept going, and then you take on someone fresh. I mean, this guy ain't no Brock Lesnar. He ain't no Brock Lesnar. But the guy's going to be fresh. And I'm just saying, it's already a mockery that this guy gets a fight with Floyd Mayweather. You got to earn that shit. Like you really better have a name value of being a fighter or something. Like McGregor, he kind of earned it, you know, because of his value, just like CM Punk earned to be on a UFC pay-per-view card because of his name value of being in a sport. But this guy does not deserve this fight at all. Like if I was a boxer, I would be embarrassed right now. But
I get what you're saying. You gotta understand this too, though, bro. Yeah. You gotta understand this too.
It's the money.
If you're the sport of boxing, bro, the Paul brothers coming into the sport and again doing running these shows, right, and seeing how many eyeballs are attracted to this event, to those events that happen, right? Yeah. It draws money, dude. Say what you want about it. Yes, it's silly. It's cokey as shit, especially when they do these concerts in the middle of the show. I get it.
Yeah, that was horrible.
All the hell you want. However, at the end of the day, it draws money.
No, it does.
It draws eyeballs. It gets mentioned on ESPN and on Fox Sports and all that shit. Okay. So if you're Floyd, I'm sorry, but let me just chime in this real quick. If you're Floyd. Mm-hmm. All right, if you're Floyd and you saw how much money was generated off the Mike Tyson fight, and seeing that, hey, here's this kid, and hey, look all this to happen. Again, listen, Floyd ain't no dummy. Say what you want about him, all this and that, but as far as the businessman goes, God, listen, do I think going into this whole thing, yes, and I agree with you, yes, age does catch up to everyone, absolutely, it does, but at the same time. Didn't people say the same thing when, he fought Conor McGregor? Oh, he's 40 now. I don't know. And look what happened. Listen, Floyd let him box. Floyd let him get tired. And at round 10?
Yeah.
Just stopped Conor McGregor.
I agree, but I'm just saying, like, right now, age-wise, it's not at that point where where it is an issue. But if you're smart, you'll know that, like, dude, now you are starting to get old, and if you continue at this, that's when it's going to slowly start to kick in, you know, where it's like, all I'm saying is this: he's tampering in hot water, and it's not good. Right now is like a perfect time. Okay, let me do this, and then let me get out, get that big cash grab, and I should be done. I agree with you. He's gonna win this fight, you know. But I'll say this. If he continued doing this for another 10 years, all these little spectacles.
He's not.
No,
listen,
I'm just saying.
He's going to pick and listen. This is just a one-off. Right. I don't want to think that. Okay, here's the thing too. And now people have asked me this question too. What if by some miracle, Mike, Dave, hear me out on this, right?
What if, happening, bro.
What if, hypothetically speaking, all right, Floyd slips on a banana peel. And Logan Paul knocks out Floyd Mayweather.
I said it online.
And again, can you imagine how pissed off people are going to get?
I will be done with boxing.
Can you imagine how pissed off the boxing culture? We're not just, listen. We're not just talking African American. We're not just talking Hispanic. We're not talking white. We're talking the entire boxing culture. Will be so pissed off.
And that's what I'm trying to get to. That was the point I was trying to make, is that, like, if he continues at this, and everybody who he's fighting is like no names, people who are using him for fame, basically, that they're getting elevated even in defeat. Eventually, if time works the way it does, this dude's he's gonna lose a step, and that one loss of a step, it might lead to a knockout or something. Imagine being the person who knocked out Floyd Mayweather, but you're a nobody. All right? You're a nobody. And then all these people from the past.
Well, here's the thing, though. Logan Paul is somebody.
In the boxing world? In the boxing world. That's all I'm saying. Like if you... He's just somebody on YouTube, right? Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. Yeah, but you gotta understand though, bro. We now live in an age where, again, social media, the internet is taking over. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind too. Keep that in mind as well.
That would be such a mockery. It would be such a mockery.
Now listen, gotta keep that in mind too, bro. You gotta keep that in mind as well. Imagine, again, hypothetically speaking, now listen, am I sitting here telling you guys that Logan Paul gonna beat Floyd Mayweather? No.
I don't know.
It's not happening.
He's not gonna touch him.
Could it happen? Hey, listen, I live in a world where, listen, I believe anything can happen.
Right.
Anything can happen. I'll give you this example, right? Was it 3 years ago? Or it was, what have you? Joanna Jędrzejczyk fought Rose Namajunas at MSG, and everyone thought Joanna was gonna fucking tie Ronda Rousey's title record and all that shit. She called her the Boogie Woman. She was calling herself the fucking Boogie Woman, and then Rose Namajunas drops her in round. It wasn't in round one. Everyone thought many years ago, 2015, and again, this is more the casual viewers, if you will, or the casual viewer thought this shit, that Ronda Rousey was gonna destroy Holly Holmes. But people didn't realize that, hey, Holly Holmes had a career in boxing prior to getting into mixed martial arts. And and Holly Holm drops her in round one with the kick and in the punches of the ground. A lot of people thought in 2012, it was 2012, I think it was, that Manny Pacquiao for the fourth time was going to beat Juan Manuel Marquez. You remember what happened, right? Mike, you remember what happened, right?
Yeah, one of the most vicious knockouts ever.
Yes. He ain't getting up, Jim. He ain't getting up.
Dude, he face planted so hard.
That was the
my
homie Nate on Twitter was like, yeah, that was the original Nate Robinson meme.
Oh, it was though.
He dropped him.
He felt the exact same way.
Splat in the middle of the map. Just splat. It was terrible. It was over. And again, I can go even way back. 12 fucking rounds, and then at in round 12, Chavez drops him and the referee stops the fight. Maybe we can make the discussion. Hey, that was a dumb stoppage. All the fuck you want, but anything is possible. I'm not saying that this is gonna happen. I'm not saying it, but anything is possible. And again, the idea that Logan Paul, who is bigger than Floyd, taller than Floyd. Now, I believe as well, listen, Floyd's the A side in all this shit. Floyd Money Mayweather, TBE, like I mentioned before, the best defensive fighter that's ever graced the sport of boxing. He's going to put his demands in. I guarantee you he's going to make Logan Paul cut weight.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to make him cut.
Huge. Logan is huge.
Exactly. Logan has, listen, say what you want, but Logan has the reach. Logan has the height. People forget that too. Now, again, I'm not saying that, Logan's going to beat Floyd. Hell no. It's possible, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that.
What my man's James Ellsworth say? Any man with two hands has a fight.
Any man with two hands has a fighting chance. Any man with two hands. I can imagine.
It's possible, but it's not going to happen.
Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen the new James Ellsworth?
No.
All right, on SmackDown, Carmella got a new James Ellsworth, the black James Ellsworth.
Oh, the black dude? Yeah, with the dreads.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, though? You know what's funny? You know what I said on Twitter? Right. Since when did WWE hire Emmanuel Hudson?
Oh!
That's what I said on Twitter, yo. That's what he looked like. He looked like a miniature Emmanuel Hudson.
He's wilding out.
He's ratchet. She ratchet. That's what he looked like. And I'm like, and people were like, what? People started laughing and shit. But anyway, I know we're talking about boxing right now. Listen, this past Saturday, literally last night was a crazy night of fights. Anthony Joshua beat Pulev in the UK. They're now going to set up the Tyson Fury fight, which they've been saying. I don't know if it's true or not.
It's probably going to happen.
I think so. And I think if it does happen, I think Fury does beat him. I'm sorry to say it too. It's gonna be a big fight for the heavyweight division. It's a big fight for the UK boxing in general. I would hope when the fight does happen, the world's back to normal and they sell out Wembley Stadium. That's my only hope.
They need something to cure this crap.
They had fans in the building last night for the Joshua fight. They had a fight. They were fighting in Wembley Arena.
Yeah.
Which TNA used to have events in the UK for a couple of years ago and shit. So there is that too. And a lot of people were upset with the way Joshua fought. Oh, what the hell? He took him 9 rounds to beat him. But I think people don't seem to understand that, bro. The first fight against Andy Ruiz changed his life. Changed his complete style, bro. It happens to everyone. It does. You know what I mean? So when people will say, "Oh, how come he didn't finish him real quick?" That's why, bro. When he got beat by Ruiz and he got dropped the way he did and all that shit, his style. I already knew after that fight, his style was gonna change forever. And it did.
Yeah,
it did. But yeah, he beat him. And now let's talk about the Tyson Fury fight. Tyson Fury did post a video. Talk about he's gonna beat him in 3 rounds, which I think is
what did he call
possible.
him? A bum dumpster? What did he call him?
Some British slogan, something like that.
Oh my god, it was hilarious. I was like, this dude's off the rails.
He was. It had me dying too, bro. I was just laughing my ass off when he was saying that shit. But what was I saying here? What was I saying too? Let me just see the chat. Saturday. I know Saturday was a crazy night, bro. It really, really was.
In wrestling news on Saturday.
But I'm not done. Hold on. There's a little more. There's a little more. So also, you also had Shakur Stevenson fighting on literally last night. He won. It was a good fight. Came from New Jersey. Olympic silver medalist. Still young in the game. The kid has a long way to go, but still, future's bright for him. And then Saturday you had the UFC fight. You had UFC 256. Oliveira versus Tony Ferguson. Ferguson got dominated all 3 rounds. Who saw that one coming? I'm not really surprised at all.
I forgot. That's the one thing I didn't even watch.
You didn't watch the UFC fight at all, bro?
No, I didn't. I forgot it was on. It's too much stuff.
Bro, Oliveira had him in the fucking armbar in round 1.
Really?
And he put his arm under the armpit, and he literally hyperextended. Ferguson's arm. I think, honestly, bro, it's time for... Listen, people are saying that Tony's done. I think, honestly, it's at a point where he just go up to... He needs to go up in weight. I would see him in welterweight, even though he'll be big for the division. Why the fuck not?
Didn't he want to fight Khabib?
He did, but bro, come on.
Speaking of Khabib, I had a question. Now, I'm not a regular UFC watcher, but I just want to know, since his fight with McGregor, has Khabib even lost?
He's retired.
Oh shit!
His last fight that he fought, he retired after he won.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so
I think it's because his dad passed away.
Yeah, his dad passed away, and he promised his mom he wouldn't fight no more without his dad on his corner. But there's talks right now. Apparently, Conor's fighting next month. Apparently, going to be in Abu Dhabi in Fight Island. So the idea, so yeah, bro. Because you didn't know, the UFC, because of the pandemic, because they couldn't get all the international fighters into the US, so they built and they
bought an island.
They didn't buy an island. Like, they grabbed an island in Abu Dhabi and just made like a little their take on the Thunderdome almost, if you will.
They Shang Tsung that bitch.
But they fucking call it Fight Island, basically. They call the shit Fight Island. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing the way they did the whole shit. But anyway, also last night you had Davidson Figaro versus Brandon Moreno. What a fight, dude. What a fucking fight. The fucking flyweights, yo. It's crazy, bro. It's just insane, dude. Just 5 rounds, bro. And everyone thought Figaro was going to beat this dude. I'm like, nah, bro. Not like that, though. But there was a low blow, but it was a point deduction. But it was in there with a draw. I say this, Moreno's stock went up. It's that Mexican style, bro. There's that Mexican style in him that just wouldn't give up. The rematch will happen. Again, if the world's back to normal come summertime, I would say International Fight Week in July in Vegas. Hey, they built that new stadium, put that in a co-main event or something. We'll see. Anyway, that's all the fight talk I wanted to get into real quick. I know this is a wrestling podcast. Everyone relax. God damn it. We'll get into the wrestling talk right now. Let's get into the fucking wrestling talk, right? This week in wrestling. Holy shit.
A lot of shit.
A lot went down this week. Shit. If you're a fan of Impact Wrestling, this was your week.
Hey, if you're a Rick Rude fan, someone basically matched him for a record of being on 2 shows at once.
Multiple people. Multiple heads, bro. Multiple people. So, let's put it this way, right? Literally yesterday, Kenny Omega did double duty. Not only Kenny Omega, but also Chris Bay did double duty last night. Last night, Impact Wrestling did a pay-per-view, sorta, on Impact Plus.
Final resolution.
Which was already taped. Again, Impact already finished taping all their matches for the remainder of the year. It's in the can. So this was put on Impact Plus. The main event was Rich Swann defending the Impact World title versus Chris Bay.
They need a roster update.
Now, the same Chris Bay, who also last night competed in New Japan's Super J Cup, which was done here in the U.S. In this tournament, you had ACH, you had TJP, who was also TJP all the double duty as well, even though he Federal Resolution, he was manic, right? You also had Leo Rush, you had Blake Christian from GCW, you had El Fantasmo. So a lot of good names too. I didn't watch the tournament because I didn't have time. I was watching the UFC and all this stuff, so I didn't have time really. So there was that. What I did catch though was the match between Chris Bay and Rich Swann. Yes, it was a fun little match. It was a fun match. All you want. Rich Swann did get the win. And it's crazy at the end of the match, you had Moose come out in his suit, and he is handing the Impact World title to Rich Swann. Mind you, Moose is still doing the whole TNA champion thing, right? Which I think is cool, awesome. And I'm watching all this, right? And with Kenny Omega, the idea that Kenny Omega is going to be this belt collector, because again, Kenny Omega did double duty. He appeared on this show, but also he was in Mexico competing in Triple Mania against Laredo Kid. And he retained the title and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm watching all this shit. I'm like, yo, can I get instead Moose versus Kenny Omega?
Thank you.
Can we get that instead? Am I the only one? I know I'm not the only one, because Dave's agreeing with me here too. I'm pretty sure Mike as well. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah. I want
because Mike is focused on focused on his game right now.
No, why did we have to have a cruiserweight main event? I'm sorry, like no disrespect to Chris Bay and Rich Swann. Man. And I mean, don't get me wrong. When the story is told right, like it's okay to have someone smaller winning.
Did you know that Chris Bay at one time was a YouTuber here on the internet?
Did not know that.
Reviewing belts. Yeah.
He was a belt reviewer.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
No, bro, you should have seen. There's videos of him on the internet when he was 12 years old, dude. Not like 12.
Wow.
No. I take that back. There's videos of him from 12 years ago.
Oh, I was like 12.
Reviewing wrestling belts and shit like that.
Wow.
And then you see him as he gets older. He starts working out, and again, he was a skinny kid, bro. He was a stick.
He still is a stick.
But at least now, he has body tone though. He's toned up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Can we all agree that, no disrespect to him, but like Chris Bay is Impact's diet version of Isaiah Swerve Scott?
Pretty much.
No, but at least the guy could go. And you know what? And I'm watching the show last night, and I'm like, yo, there's a lot of people there who deserve better.
Hell yes.
Chris Bay deserves better.
Someone on
Ethan Page deserves way much better. Apparently,
he's on his way out.
Apparently, yeah, he's on his way out. He's on his way out. He wrestled Machine Gun Carl Anderson last night, right? So there was that too. But it's like, yo, he deserves way much better. I know people were talking about all these inter-promotional matches between AEW and Impact. The one match I want to see, and I'm going to keep on saying it, is the North versus FTR. That is the one match I want to fucking see.
Soon. They better do it soon.
I don't know.
You know when they pretty much when Kenny Omega and Don Callis were running away in the car. I think what's his name? He used to be Dash Wilder. Is it Cash Wheeler?
Cash Wheeler.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, Cash said on Twitter, the North. And people were like, "Oh my God, we need to see it." And
we do.
So,
we fucking do.
I got a question since like we're on Kenny Omega and shit. Who all do you think is like in like this backstage talks of like they knew what was going on before it happened and like this is our grand scheme plan, like in regards to owners? So because right now we got Tony Khan, we got whoever the fuck is running Impact,
Don Callis and Scott D'Amore.
Don Callis
and Scott D'Amore.
We got Conan over in AAA. You think that's it? Do you think that's it, or do you think someone else is involved in this?
Well, I don't think Conan is running AAA though. I don't think Conan is running AAA. No, he's. I don't think he is.
Okay, whoever's running AAA. So, do you think Billy Corgan is involved? Like it was in on these meetings as well?
Yeah, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so, man. I don't think. Again,
because
this
AEW,
yes,
they got that working relationship.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But I don't think. To be honest with you, bro, I don't think this is a situation where it's like, yo, we're gonna get these relationship match. I don't think we're gonna get all that, bro. I think again, it is Impact in AEW. I think people don't seem to realize that. And again, if you're Impact, dude, you should be again, bro, thanking your lucky stars right now. You should be again, if you're Impact Wrestling right now, dude, you should be worshiping the ground that Tony Khan walks on right now. If you're Impact Wrestling right now. You should be kissing Shad Khan's feet right now. The way this is going right now, bro, hell yeah. They hit gold here, bro. They did. Listen, let's be real about it. This does nothing for AEW. This does absolutely nothing for All Elite Wrestling. AEW is the A side in this relationship.
Yeah, pretty much.
They are the A side. They are the A side. No. They are the bitch. They are the bitch. They have the you know what. In Impact Wrestling is the dick that need to put its dick in something right now. They struck gold. And they struck gold right now.
There's got to be a Impact had to have had like some financial trouble. That's what I'm starting to think.
I don't think, bro. They got money, bro.
No, I'm not saying they don't. I'm just wondering.
Compared to where they were in 2015, dude, Impact has improved leaps and bounds.
I agree.
From business standpoint, the financial standpoint too. Go be real about it, dude. Don't you think that by now, bro, people would have left and people would have been leaving left and right? But you don't hear those reports no more. You don't hear those reports.
Well, I mean, there are people who wanted to leave, but it's like when COVID hit, it's just like, nah, man. Like, I mean, like, I know he just came back to Impact.
And who to say that, hey, Impact has been paying their talent during this pandemic? I gotta believe so. Granted, I don't know how the deals work. I'm not sure. I don't work for the company.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't have any people in the inside that can dish out information like that, like I used to. But the point of the matter is right now, this right now is happening is good for Impact. Look, they had over 500,000 viewers on Tuesday on Access TV. Yeah. They had over, and then consider they had 55,000 people viewing on Twitch on Tuesday
and YouTube.
Oh, no, we're just talking Twitch because YouTube was a playback. YouTube wasn't live. The YouTube was a premiere. Do people forget the difference between a live stream and a premiere? A premiere is whoever owns the content. It just uploads it as if it were a live stream, but it's not. It's a premiere. Okay. That's it. And then there's a live stream, which again they're not live anymore because they taped all their shit for the remainder of the year. So on Impact, it's a smart move. And again, I look forward to seeing what. But again, if I can just make one tweak, I think we can all agree here. The one tweak I want to make is instead of Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega, I want to see Omega versus Moose.
I would be okay with that.
That's what I would rather see.
Moose is
Moose is also someone
he needs that push, a successful push. That's what he needs because it's just like They put the rocket behind them before when Austin Aries was champ, but then they were like, "No, you're not winning, bro." Like, for some reason, they were just like, "No, not you." And it's like they're doing this story, you know, with the TNA championship. It's just weird, you know. But I just like I was never the biggest Moose fan, but I was a fan of his going back to ROH, and I'm just like, you know, like he's not gonna be the biggest name.
Well, he never went back to Ring of Honor.
No, I know. I'm saying
he was in Ring of Honor.
He
was in Ring of Honor, and then he went to Impact.
Right. Like that's where I started being a Moose fan, was in Ring of Honor. I always had a feeling he was gonna be a name, not the biggest name, but like at least world champion material for a B brand, you know, like Impact or Ring of Honor. And it's just like it never happened. And it's like, what's going on now? It could happen, and I'm with you. I want it to happen. You know, it's just like the only thing is if he wins it, he's just gonna win it and then like take an L to Kenny. I don't.
It should be a fun match though, bro. I guarantee you he's gonna get like a big payday off that. Anyway. Let's move on here. Let's move on. I know there's a lot of guys who I think deserve better. Eddie Edwards, another one who deserves way much better. It's crazy to think that Eddie was the world champion a couple of months ago on Impact, and now here he is in a mixed tag team match. Him and his wife versus Tennille Dashwood and Caleb Conley. And there he is. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But yet he's still in this program with Sami Callihan. They went back to the well, which is fine. It is what it is. But anyway, let's move on here. Let's move on here. Okay. We'll get back to AEW in a little bit. We'll get back to AEW in just a bit. Okay. Let's get into this whole news that hit this week. The wrestling world lost yet another big name, if you will. If you want to go back to the old school days, let's talk about the fact that the wrestling world lost Tom Lister Jr. this past Thursday, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Lister.
I think it was it? Actually,
it was the 10th. He died on the 10th.
The 10th? It'd be weird if we lost him on Friday.
Oh. Well, he died. Now, for a lot of people, the wrestling world will recognize him as Zeus from No Holds Barred.
Yeah, tiny.
From No Holds Barred. From No Holds Barred. But to me, he was Debo. I'm sorry. I get it. Yes, as a wrestling fan, I did watch No Holds Barred. I do remember the Z Gangsta from WCW. I do remember watching the movie No Holds Barred, like I mentioned. He was part of. He was in a tag team. It was him and Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. They did want to recreate the match from what I've read at WrestleMania 6 for the WWE title per what is it out here? Per Lister himself. He said that apparently Vince McMahon told him that the plan was to have him and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6, and he beat Hulk Hogan. No. And he was going to hold on to the WWE title for an entire year.
Oh, wow.
And Hulk Hogan was going to get paid $2 million to job out to
Zeus. That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, basically. That was the plan. That was the plan, basically. And as you know, that didn't happen. Can you imagine? In 1990, instead of getting Hogan versus Warrior, right? We got Zeus versus Hulk Hogan.
In 1990, a heel could not like it was too early for a heel to win the title at Mania.
But
they wouldn't have let it happen.
But can you imagine what have happened though in 1990? Can you imagine?
Little kids would have cried, bro. Like they would have
cried. But can you imagine though? Okay, here's this main event, right? That is money. It is money in their hands, basically, right? Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior, title for title, right? Yeah. At the time, the Warrior's name was a big commodity.
It was on fire.
On fire, absolutely, right? And that was, and again, having that match and all that stuff, right? And just how it was, right? Imagine, but instead, we're not going to give you that. We're going to give you Hulk Hogan versus Zeus, the rematch of No Holds Barred, the movie.
WCW would have done that at Starrcade.
basically.
Oh, for sure.
If they would have had Hogan in 90, like they would have done that. If the only reason they wouldn't have done it is if Ric Flair would they would have done it if like Ric Flair and Sting were both injured.
Oh yeah.
You know,
like emergency.
Yeah, that would have been their emergency. That would have been their emergency 1990 main event because Rick. No, I take that back. They still would have done it because like right when like if Hogan was there in '89, and like that would have been '89 Starrcade, and then like 1990 they would have done that because like they weren't in at that time they wouldn't have turned Sting heel, and there wouldn't have been anybody else. They would have done it to counter WrestleMania, and nobody would have cared.
Right.
Breaking news here, per Bleacher Report, the Pistons have waived LiAngelo Ball.
Wow, he didn't even play a dang game.
Well, there goes.
He didn't even play a game.
No worry, bruh. They're gonna take it this year, but they're gonna take it this year, bruh. This comes from a Knicks fan too.
You know what? I've been seeing. Look, I know this is non-wrestling related, and like you brought up the point, but we gotta talk about the balls for a minute. I saw this post was going around for about 2 weeks about how LeVar Ball is an amazing father, that he got all 3 of his kids into the NBA and drafted within the 3rd round each. And I'm just
man.
No. Big ups to that. But it's like I just gotta like personal feelings is thrown out there. He is the ultimate perfect example of living your failed dream through your kids. And the
because he had the money to do it.
And the sad part is they're not good at it.
Well, quick question: did you? I mean, you can also add that there were failed salespeople too, bro. Did anybody buy the Zio? Did anybody buy the sneakers, bro? Did anybody buy the slides?
Here's the thing, though, with that. Yeah, the sneaker was too expensive, but on top of that, one of the partners was still in millions of dollars.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, so that's why Alonzo left. The whole thing.
Are any of you guys part of the Big Baller brand?
Well, I was getting ready to if Jello played a dang game for my team, but since we waived him,
you gonna watch him not go to fucking the Pelicans now. Watch, yo.
He's either gonna go to New Orleans or Charlotte.
Now watch him not go to fucking
Cause Melo.
Watch him go to the Sun. Watch him go to the Sonics now. Watch this.
The Sonics.
Oh, they're not even a team no more, right? Holy
Damn. He was already because our general manager is from OKC.
Oh, it's over.
So that's why he pulled him over here, because he was with OKC. But since they waived him, it's like this was probably, man, that's messed up, man.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Anyway, let's just move on real quick. I know again a lot of this wrestling talk here and shit. I'm sure you guys heard the big news this week. Apparently. Vince McMahon and the people up in creative, Bruce Pritchard included, apparently want a couple of the talent to go back to the development, just to what's the word I'm looking for here? To get some refinement, if you will, some finishing, if you will. Amongst those people, it was Daba Kato, right, from the fucking Raw Underground.
So they sent Babatunde back down.
It sent Baba Kato, Daba Kato, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Send him. The tall dude that's along with AJ Styles, AJ security guard.
So he's not
apparently.
Gonna be with AJ anymore.
Well, apparently they're still gonna be on TV, but they're just getting sent to the Performance Center. Let me correct myself. The Performance Center to just go back to work on some stuff, if you will.
Before you continue, is this one of these overreactions from the fans that they thought that they were just going to be off TV?
Well,
in general,
get there. Well, that's not the point. I think what people are upset about, we'll get there. Let me just get there.
Well, the last name would be considered an overreaction. The last name will be considered an overreaction.
Well, let's get there. Let me get there, damn it. God damn it, yo.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a cross, for crying out loud. Holy shit. Anyway, where was I here? damn, not even John Draper does this shit. Say, no, I'm kidding. Where was I here? So I mentioned Baba Kato, Baba Tunde, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Just like, Leon Roof, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Right, we'll put him in that category too. Of the family of whatever the fuck you want to call them. Omos is another one, right? Otis, and the last one, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Keith Lee.
Okay.
And I think what people are upset about is the fact, yes, listen, this doesn't mean that they're off TV.
Right.
I think what people are upset about is just the overreaction. Okay, yes, some of the people, you can make the argument, made a refinement, that's fine, right? But the idea that Keith Lee, whose work has been praised for all these years, right? On the independent scene in NXT, right? Vince McMahon was high on Keith Lee coming out of Survivor Series last year.
Right.
Vince McMahon was even high on him coming out of the Royal Rumble when he had that one-on-one with Brock Lesnar. Right?
Right.
And now, again, he's having these killer matches in NXT. He wins the North American title. He wins the NXT championship. He becomes the champ, right? The first champ for NXT. And he comes to the main roster. And all of a sudden, Vince McMahon is like, oh, he needs to go, he needs to work on some things here. And a lot of people within the company themselves have praised Keith Lee. But yeah, I think what people are more upset about, there's people on the roster, Nia Jax, Lana, just to name a few.
All right.
Dave left the call, but he'll be back in just a sec here.
Exactly.
That, for whatever reason, yes, these people are buns, if you will, or shit, but yet they don't need to go to get, improvements and stuff like that. But here's Keith Lee, who I mentioned before, and you're telling them this. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I think people are more upset about. I'm with you in the sense that I just think this is an overreaction from the community, if you will.
Yeah. Because I don't like Nia Jax either, and I wish that she would have been one of the people to get improved too, but she's not because of heritage and the tribal chief and all that good jazz, so she's not going to get... and she's probably one of the people being depended on, and she's probably mentoring Shayna Baszler as well.
I don't know about that, bro.
It's probably happening, because why are they together this long? Somebody's mentoring somebody in that whole thing. But nonetheless, I think this is an overreaction. Sure, maybe, if they see some improvement in his in-ring work, maybe he looks a little lost in the shuffle. I haven't been watching that much, because I've been busy. And when I get a chance, I'll watch. But I'm gonna pay attention this Monday and see. He's gonna be on Main Event. So.
Well, he is on Main Event.
Yeah,
it's him and Angel Garza.
Yeah, him and Angel Garza. So they're gonna be feeding people to him. If he loses, then that's a problem.
What are you gonna say, Dave? What are you gonna say?
The crazy part is of all because these people, they're being forced to take a one weekly class every week.
Apparently,
Performance Center.
Apparently, the people running this course are gonna be, I think, Drew Gulak or one of them,
and Adam Pearce.
Yeah, Adam Pearce.
Maybe he just probably wants. See, look, he has what you said. It was Keith Lee and Otis, right?
Keith Lee, Otis,
Baba and almost.
Maybe it's a weight issue that Vince wants them to tone, and this is just a nicer way to say it.
I think.
Here's the thing, though, bro. There's a lot. Even someone like Otis, who we've heard for a while that Vince loves Otis.
Yeah, I know. He loves both Otis and Keith Lee.
Yes. And again, I agree with people that say, it's weird because, again, Vince loves Keith Lee. He loves Otis, right? Mm-hmm. Here, two guys in NXT were something. Heavy Machinery was a team that was over on NXT, right? Let's be real about it. Tucker Knight, Otis Dozovich, and then you took away their first names.
Tucky!
hey, you know what I mean? You bring them on the main roster, and now it's like, look where they're at now.
Right.
They're not even together. Tucker is your typical Bill the Call wrestler with default features.
Yeah. And now Otis, what they're doing with him, to me, it feels similar to what they did with Charlie Haas and Rico, because now they're teaming him up with Chad Gable. And it's like, Chad's like, oh, I'm going to be your trainer, bro. Like, you got to join the Alpha course or whatever. And they showed him on SmackDown in the gym, blindfolded, and he's like throwing medicine balls at his face and hitting him with a chair and shit. And then I'm just like, it's weird. It's an odd couple pairing, and but it works for me. But it's just like, man, like, I thought the idea was to have Otis go solo.
You almost called him Tugboat.
I know I did. It's because he always says Tucky.
Yeah, I know. But again, I get where people are upset. I get it. Believe me, I do. You know what I mean? There's people, I mentioned this earlier, a couple minutes ago. There's people on the main roster who really do need to work on some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nia Jax, Lana, dare I say Billie Kay?
Yes.
Oh, most definitely. She is so awkward in the ring.
I wish they would have switched and had her stay on Raw and her old partner.
Peyton Royce.
Peyton Royce should have went to SmackDown. The reason I say that, Billie Kay would be perfect with R-Truth. They could play off each other even more than she did with Carmella, because they would have been two goofballs. That's like the perfect. That's the only thing I got for her if I had to book her to do anything right now. Put her with R-Truth. And but it's just like, I'm trying to think of something positive to come out of this weird they have to take class shit.
You know who needs to really go to developmental? And I know people are gonna give me a lot of shit for this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Oh,
Dominic.
Yes.
I think, and I said this already. Listen, him on the main roster is just a waste of space right now. Let's face it.
It is.
I think he has shown. Listen, and I'm not saying he needs to go to these courses. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he needs to go to NXT.
He needs to pay his dues.
I mean, who knows really? I want to believe once he's not on TV, he's taking court. I want to believe he is. That's what my belief. But I think, honestly, bro, there's more money with him on NXT right now, either challenging for the Cruiserweight title. And I said this before and I'll say it again. You know, if you really, there's a faction right now on NXT US, right? That could really benefit for having this kid in the faction, like Gato de Fantasma.
Hey, they were a big highlight on 205 Live this week.
Think about it, yo.
Really?
I said this months ago. Imagine they have as a member of the group the son of Rey Mysterio, wrestling Lucha Libre royalty. We have the son, right? And you can change his name. You can just call him Dominic, right? Or Prince or El Principe, Prince Mysterio. You can call him, you know, some shit like that, right?
Mysterioso Royale.
No. Just call him Prince. Just call him Prince Mysterio. You know what I mean? I'd rather like that than him coming up in these outrageous drips on television. Like the other day, he wore this pink long sleeve shirt.
Like his mom dressed him.
Not even that, but he looked like a Walmart version of a 1980s Jerry Rivera.
Ooh.
Jerry Rivera is a salsa singer from the 19. He's still alive, right? But that's what he looked like, a Walmart version of some 1980s salsa. He about to make the dopest salsa album in the fucking. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But listen, again, that's just my humble opinion. It's funny because, again, I think people are taking an overreaction to all this. I get it though. I get it, but I don't think this means that all these guys are gonna be off television. I want to believe Keith Lee will be on Monday Night Raw this Monday. Otis Otis will be on Friday Night SmackDown. Almost, or what the fuck you want to call him, is going to be on television being the bodyguard of AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Dabba-Kato, I don't know.
Right. I'm trying to think of some positivity out of this, and it's like the only thing I can think of. The only thing is it's like I think it's more so about Dabba-Kato and Omos than Keith Lee and Otis. And the only reason they're having to take these classes too is so there are two people in similar built and weight and height or whatever to work with the green people.
Right.
It's one thing to have a class led by Drew Gulak and Adam Pearce, but in the ring, it's good to, and this is why I complain about Nia Jax. She wasn't being trained in the ring with people her size. She was being trained to work with tiny girls, and that's why she injures people. But like that's what we want to avoid here with Dabba-Kato and Omos. You know, let's have them used to being in the ring and working a big man style with two big guys who already know what they're doing. That's the only good side I look at it from, is like, okay, because I honestly think Keith Lee doesn't need any schooling. He's good. He's good to go.
We know he's good.
Right. So the idea is to prep. I think Vince just wants two more big guys ready and willing by the end of next year.
Yeah, but Otis though?
Otis was a fucking Olympian.
Yeah, it's fine, but
right?
look at the way they put him on television.
No,
you want that?
I'm not saying it's about like how he acts and shit in promo class. I'm talking about in ring.
I'm not saying promo class. I'm just the way they brought him out. They present him on television. You can't just you saying big guys ready. Like, come on, someone like Otis. Come on, bro. Anyway. Yeah. That's what's going on. I think people need to just calm the fuck down a little bit. Just calm the fuck down just a little bit. Hey, you know what? You stress the fuck out. Smoke a little weed. Mm-hmm. Do some shrooms. You know what I mean? Just relax. Chillax, if you will, all right? Watch a porno. Jerk off a little bit. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. Reading the comments here. The MWN Network, SPW2K. Majority of the WWE roster needs to be back in the PC doing promo class. Facts. I agree with that 100%.
That should have been a mandatory every week. Like
Chief writes here. Chief writes here. The pink shirt looks expensive. I don't know about that.
It probably was expensive.
Yeah, I bet you it was.
$25.
No, it was probably like $200. So
probably around $3. Probably was it a Supreme pink shirt?
It was a T-shirt, or was it like?
It's like those turtleneck pink. Just
I just want this telenovela to end, bro.
I don't know, bro. I said this on Twitter. Why the Mysterio family still on my television? You know what I said too on Friday? Why is Mario Lopez on my television?
Oh, let's talk about that because that aired yesterday. I missed it, bro.
I didn't watch it either. Bro, I don't know what the fuck happened.
I forgot that. I forgot yesterday that was supposed to air. Was that just like a mini commercial series thing, or was it an actual show?
I have no idea, dude. I have no clue.
My God, why the?
Anyway,
who came up with that?
I don't know, bro. Let's move on here. Let's move on a little bit here. Let's get into now. Apparently, listen. This is what I love about this time of the year. People are already talking about WrestleMania. Now, before the pandemic, this is the time of the year where WWE would drop out the prices for travel packages. This is the time of the year people would have talked about, hey, they're going to WrestleMania. Yeah. They got their tickets already. Yeah. This would have been the time of the year where the YouTubers, if you will,
made their plans.
Would make their WrestleMania plans, what they're going to be doing in said city, what shows they're going to, and all that stuff. And because of the pandemic now, that's not happening. Not happening anytime soon. Also factor in that this time of the year as well, we hear the rumored WrestleMania cards. Now, as we speak, the rumor right now is that WWE is planning, again, there's only a rumor, okay? Take it like that right now.
Okay.
Their plan is to do Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE title.
I fuck with that.
But yeah, again, it's only. But at the same time, we hear about Keith Lee needing development and all that stuff. But hey, it is what it is. There's also talks of Edge versus Randy Orton again. It's fine. But the big one that people this is the one that people are just like, what the fuck? Roman Reigns versus Bill Goldberg for the Universal title.
No, that's happening at Royal Rumble.
Nah,
Royal Rumble.
This is what people talk about for WrestleMania, and people got upset about it.
No.
Now, listen. I agree with everyone that says that this match should not even happen. I agree. 100%. 100%. When I remember last year WrestleMania, there were talks of it right back in March, right, when Goldberg beat the Fiend, which I didn't agree with, right? And then Roman went home, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Now Roman's back. And let's face it, right now Roman Reigns is the best act right now in WWE.
I'm not gonna lie about that.
He is. His act right now is the best act right now in WWE, and that goes for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
His shit is so strong, it makes me watch Talking Smack because it's continuing what's going on, and they have Paul Heyman as one of the hosts.
Okay.
Like, if you don't watch it, start watching it this past Friday. Like for the past 2 weeks, Paul Heyman, like, last week, he was really in the zone because Kevin Owens was like, I don't fear you and no shit like that. And it was just like, he was like pissed off like he takes the story into being a host and like whatever attitude that you would in story have. He like if the heels got done dirty, the episode of SmackDown, he'll be pissed off the entire episode of Talking Smack. Like, he just knows what he's doing and it's perfect. And he treats the girl like shit. Like whoever
Kayla Braxton.
Yeah, he treats Kayla like shit. It's hilarious.
Have you seen her recent Instagram photo? Holy shit.
She's fine as fuck, bro.
She's bad as fuck.
Yes.
Anyway. So there's talks of Roman Reigns and Bill Goldberg, and people lost their minds when they heard this news. I've heard your boy. Not my boy. He's your boy. I've seen you send in your question for the Q&A. I've seen them. Hey, it's your boy. Your boy.
I just because I asked him a question doesn't mean he's my boy.
Nah. He's your boy. You tune in. You're interested. He's your boy.
Okay.
Your boy.
I'm a hypocrite.
Hey
man, it is what it is, bro. even Mike, that's his boy too. Mike, it's your boy.
No. I haven't watched. Literally, I have not watched anybody's wrestling show since I stopped YouTube.
I got you.
Yeah,
so people have lost their fucking minds. Oh my god, this is an outrage. This is insane. Listen, again, I am good. I do not need to see Roman Reigns and Bill Goldberg. If you want to do it, you can do it. Fine, no problem. If you want to do it, I don't know, at a Royal Rumble, maybe so. But to do this at a WrestleMania, no. When I think of WrestleMania is the biggest show of the year. If all wrestling. Yes, it's even bigger than fucking Wrestle Kingdom. I'm sorry to say it. It's the truth. WrestleMania is bigger than fucking Wrestle Kingdom. Sorry, dorks. Just the way that it is. Another thing, too. I said this on Twitter. I'm going to say here, too. When I throw the word dork around, please do not be offended by it. I don't mean no disrespect by it. I say the word dork, when I throw that word out, I say it with love. Okay? Now, if you get offended by it, that's on you. Moving on here. Okay, back to this Roman Reigns and Bill Goldberg shit.
Yeah.
People are upset about it. People are just going outraged about this shit. To me, okay, when I look at WrestleMania, I look at Roman Reigns, what he's doing, right? There's two matches that really kick into me right now. That is Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. There's a story there when you think about it, right? 2015. Fastlane. Roman and Bryan went at it, remember? This is the time when the whole Roman Reigns hate began because remember what happened the Rumble of that year, Bryan got eliminated and all that shit, right? there's that. You can build off that. And then there's Big E. But let's face it though, let's be honest here though. I've heard people throw out Big E. And that's fine. But let me ask this question.
Too soon.
What the fuck has he done lately?
He's just now chasing after the IC championship. It's too soon.
Not only that, but listen, and let's be real about it. Big E, since leaving the New Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's had that one match with Sheamus, which was fine. It was a good, back and forth, no holds barred match or street fight, or the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
Right? Then they break up the New Day, and he's done nothing. And just now, it looks like he's in a program with Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. I did see the count out. I did know that they gave him a new music, which it's
Wale.
Yeah, but it's a hit.
And he got his powder back.
He got his powder back. Yes, his powder.
Oh,
back.
he got the powder. Oh my god. Oh no, it's like 2012 all over.
But that's all. But that's it though. That's it.
Oh, and
what else?
They got him preaching like old school New Day. Like that's in his gimmick now.
Oh,
but he still has the characteristics, the look of the New Day. He's still shaking around, but the point of the matter is though, Big E has done nothing. Even if he was the Rumble, what has he done to convince me or you or anyone listening to earn this opportunity? Nothing. And even if it does happen, you don't really think Roman Reigns is gonna drop the title to Big E.
No.
And listen, I get it, right? 2 years, was it last year's Mania, 2019, because it's still 2020 technically, right? For a couple more days, it was Kofi Mania, right? I was there. I was there for that shit, right? I was there, and people think because it worked for Kofi, it could work for Big E. No, bruh, does not. It doesn't work that way.
You got a better chance telling a good story about R-Truth winning the belt.
Likely. But do I want to see Big E have his opportunity? Absolutely. Just not right now.
It's too soon.
Not the way they're doing it.
You do it now, you're doing what they did with Orton when he won his first world title in Evolution. Everybody knew it's not the time,
And let's be real about it. And again, and there's a question here from Chief. Do you see WrestleMania in an empty stadium? From what I'm hearing, they're trying to work this shit out right now.
The Thunderdome is already in the baseball field.
Yeah, but it looks the same though, bro. It just looks the same.
Yeah, it does.
Like Amway Center.
Mm-hmm.
Fun little fact: I tried to be in the Thunderdome on this past Friday.
Okay.
And I got a link. Right, they sent me the link and everything. Right.
Yeah.
They said my call. See, when you sign up and you get the invitation, they have there in the invitation your call time, the time you got to be on. Right, 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
So when I clicked it, it was already full. So I was like, "Fuck."
Did you get refunded?
So they give you a time to be on. But
no,
the thing
I know
is,
they give you a time, but even when it's full and they give you a time slot, they can't fit you in.
They can't even fit you in now. They can't even fit you in.
Did they just take your money then, or did you get refunded?
No, bro, it's free. This is free.
Yeah, it's free. It's
being
just
a Thunderdome. To be in a Thunderdome is free.
Okay.
Just that you just gotta be there early. It's like Black Friday almost. You gotta be there early as shit to get a good spot in. Basically, what it is. So I think again, bro. The idea of WrestleMania. Do I see it in an empty stadium? I hope not. I hope the fuck not. If they can pull a TNA Lockdown 2013, I'm all for it. Where you can only have a limited, TNA in 2013, right? Lockdown, they did it in the Alamo Dome, which is a big stadium in Houston, a big giant stadium, but they use a certain section of the stadium as its arena almost. And the rest was empty as shit, but they use like a portion of it though to make it seem like you're in the Alamo Dome and shit. So I think WWE can pull that off. Again, that is of course. And again, as you guys know, this past Friday, the big breaking news came out about the vaccine.
Yeah.
The FDA has officially approved the Pfizer vaccine for emergency use. Or emergency doses, if you will. What the fuck you want to call it. that and again, the first people that are going to get the vaccine, from what I've heard, I'm sure you all heard as well, people that work in the front line, people that work in the medical field, doctors, nurses,
of course,
and the people that are in the nursing homes, they're going to get it first. Us, you and me, we're not getting it. Even if we choose to take this vaccine, we're not seeing this vaccine until April or June.
I'm not taking it right away anyway.
So keep that in mind. We're not seeing this vaccine right away. You and I.
You shouldn't. Why would you want to? Because it's like, yeah, they're testing it in labs and shit, but we need to see like. I know that,
but what I'm saying, that's fine. But what I'm saying is the first people to get it, it's an order, if you will, right? The general public could get access to this vaccine, from what I'm hearing, starting April or June.
That's good.
So again, if you're WWE, when you're hearing all this shit, I doubt they're gonna have a capacity stadium.
No, they're big. What they're gonna aim for their biggest show of next year will be SummerSlam.
I don't know, bro. Again, that depends. Though. It depends how things turn out with this vaccine. How does it lower hospitalization? Does it lower the death and all that shit? And the cases coming in. That all depends.
If everything goes good.
So again, we got to see what happens. But at this point right now, I do see it being in an empty stadium. I hope there will be people in the stadium. I really would hope. If AEW can do it, I know. Hey, New Japan can do it. I know. But I think, and despite all that, right, I think WWE is taking the right approach to this situation. Believe it or not. That's just my opinion, of course.
I'm just getting a headache trying to think who,
speaking of me, because I had COVID, right? Yeah. I said, I go back for retesting tomorrow. My quarantine ended on Friday.
How you feeling?
I feel great. Dude, Friday, I took my car out for a drive. It felt so good to be driving again. It felt amazing, bro. I wanted to get a haircut, everything. I felt great. I felt amazing.
Granted, the household doing good?
Everyone feels good. My mother and my grandma got tested on Friday. We're waiting on the results. Okay. But again, when you quarantine, it's just for 10 to 14 days. And then that's it. Right? You can go out. You can do what you want. Obviously, wear your mask and all that shit.
Yeah.
So there's that. But again, I feel good. I don't have any symptoms anymore. The first 2 days sucked. Again, what I went through, I would not wish it on my enemy. I don't think anyone would, but I feel okay. I thought I've lost some weight, believe it or not. But other than that, hey, man. It's part of life, bro. But anyway. Do you think... So that's what I see happening as far as the stadium goes. Again, we'll see what happens. I think, again, if we start seeing back to the way things were, probably in 2022, if you want my humble opinion. That's just the bottom line about it right now. Chief writes here, do you think WWE will skip the Hall of Fame again in 2021? I think no. I think they'll have a way of doing it now with the whole Thunderdome and Zoom and all that shit. There's ways of doing it now. You're not gonna have.
They'll probably do a video montage.
They need to just do it how they used to do it. Like I'm sorry, but like.
You mean like having a private event?
Yes,
between them,
like have it as a network aired event, but like it was in a hall with only staff. I'm sorry, but like us fans kind of killed the Hall of Fame a little.
No, what it is? They did. Yeah, they did, bro. And I'll give you this example. And I didn't go to the Hall of Fame in 2019. I went to Ring of Honor New Japan show, but I saw what happened. And again, I watched, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. If you're gonna go to the Hall of Fame, and I get it, hey, they want it's part of the weekend, it's the way they make money. I get that, okay. But if you're WWE, okay, and you need to start enforcing some rules. If you're gonna go to the Hall of Fame, right, and if you go to the Hall of Fame and you're in the hard cam section, where the camera will point at you, I'm sorry, you better. I'm not saying suit and tie. But at least go casual, bruh. A polo shirt, some Dockers. That's it. But the last thing I want to see, bro, is some fucking dork in a Bullet Club shirt
or a
Right?
Rasta hat.
Not even that. That's whatever.
Poor
But the
Bret
last thing
Hart.
I want, yeah, poor Bret Hart. Poor Bret Hart. But the last thing I want is some fucking dork in the right there in the hard cam with a Bullet Club shirt on, or a fucking or a fucking regular white T-shirt, what have you, with crumbs on the shirt, devouring a fucking hot dog.
Yeah.
With
That's
torn up
disrespectful.
jeans.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want to see, bro. My thing is, if you're gonna go, you gotta abide by the dress code. That's just me. There needs to be a dress code for that shit.
It should just be a freaking banquet dinner type thing amongst the staff, and like it should be something we have access to. Like the first few years of the Hall of Fame, like that's what it was basically. It was a banquet.
But you gotta remember, bro. Vince sees this as a money opportunity. I would too. I definitely would too, bro.
Yeah.
I think next year though, I think what really fucked them up though, and if you watched the 2019 Hall of Fame ceremony, there was no guardrail.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't.
There wasn't.
There was no clear path to the dang ring.
There was no security. There was no security. Nothing.
The stupidest thing to do is just have your stage be the ring. Like that did not make any sense at all. And it's like, I understand you want to have it where the fans have access, but it's just like that meant.
And I think also at the same time, bro, it didn't really cross their mind that this would happen. Let's be real about it.
No, I'm not saying what happened to Brett. I'm just saying in general, like that means that like half of your audience, like the whole spectacle is the back turned to them. You know.
Right.
You know, that's kind of like, you don't want that. It's different when it's like on the main stage, you know, and then you have like a whole circle of people looking at the main stage, like how it is for the entrances. You know, that like I always go back to, as an ideal one was WrestleMania 21, that class, because that's one of my favorite. When Hogan got inducted, you know, like that's how how the stage is up front, you know, all like that. That's cool to me. But
yeah, with
like
the rest of the people sitting behind them.
Yeah. So it's just like that works for me, but it's just like how they did it in last year, that sucked balls. It really did. And I just like, I personally, I don't think it should happen again. But when you were talking about who should face Roman, bro, my head hurts. I'm like, I can't think about who they got on SmackDown to face Roman. Like, it's got to be someone from Raw. Like, someone's. I think
that maybe hell, even Drew. That is, if Drew's still WWE champion at the time, and I think he will be. I think he'll still be champion. That's the thing, though. I mean, I even heard people say The Rock. No, bro,
that's gonna be 2022. Like they're
that's gonna be when again the world's back to normal.
Yeah,
because Vince is not having that match in a limited capacity football stadium.
The only way you can pull that match off now is if it's a cinematic match where that shit takes place on a fucking island and you got tribal Samoans.
Dude, that's gonna be stupid. That's gonna be stupid, bro. I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm done with the cinematic stuff.
Me too. I'm done with it, bro. Listen, this year been the year of cinematics. Hell, even AEW been doing cinematics. And let's be real, some of their cinematics have not made sense at all.
No.
May I remind you of the Tooth and Nails match?
What?
Of Big Swole and Britt Baker.
Oh yeah, in the fucking.
That was
and people and dorks listen and that was gonna be on the buy-in, and dorks were so upset about it that Tony Khan.
I almost forgot about that.
Tony Khan got suckered in and put that on the main card. Now the opening match on the main card, and look what happened. It was shit.
That killed the pay-per-view.
That was worse than the New Day versus the Wyatt family in that cornfield, bro.
I guess so, but still. Anyway. Where were we here? God damn, yo. Let's get into some more topics here real quick, bro.
Okay.
So there's that, bro. Again, I do think that likely Roman, and that's what I'm aiming for, Roman and Bryan. I want to see Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan.
Is Braun Strowman injured?
Yes.
Okay. 'Cause I was like,
No, I do not want to see Braun versus Roman Reigns. Get the fuck out of here. Hell no.
no, I don't want to see that again.
I don't.
I was just wondering, where is he?
He's injured right now. He is still recovering.
Speaking of injuries, what we did find out this week, Bobby Fish, he got injured during War Games.
Yeah, his tricep. He's gonna be out for like 4 to 6 months.
Karrion Kross just came back.
Yeah, NXT. I didn't watch NXT, but I did hear the big announcement. Yeah, Karrion Kross is back, right? Mm-hmm. He took out Damian Priest. Apparently, there's gonna be a number 1 contenders match to determine who's facing Balor. I think at New Year's Evil.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Roddy Strong and not Strong.
It's gonna be Kyle O'Reilly versus Priest versus I think was it Gargano?
No,
Pete Dunne. Yeah, Pete Dunne. There's that.
They were talking about it, but I don't know.
Listen, I would love to see. Listen, if you're gonna do Pete Dunne and Balor, you do that WrestleMania weekend. Because yes, I want to believe, bro, there will be a takeover for WrestleMania weekend.
Probably.
And I think also, listen, a takeover WrestleMania weekend, you do Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar.
Yes.
You got to unify the belts, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. You got to unify them.
At what point, dude, like if we could get Pete Dunne up over here, and I know times are tough with COVID, but we got Pete Dunne up over here. When do we get Walter versus Finn? When?
I don't know, bro. You gotta understand this too, though. A lot of talent that are over there in the UK don't want to travel up. Not everyone.
I'm not saying it had to, like, that could have been a UK takeover special.
And I get that, but you gotta remember, COVID happened, dude.
That's true.
That was the original. I think that was a takeover Dublin card. That was gonna be the main event, and look what happened. So again, I do want to believe that match could happen. Again, a lot of these talents in the UK, I don't think all of them want to travel up here. Why do you think Tyler Bates didn't travel up to the US? Why do you think we got who was it, that fucking James Drake and that Zach Gibson dude?
Grizzled young veterans.
Yeah, they just came back.
And again, they're good talents. I'm not here to shit on them. They're good talents, remarkable talent.
I was just wondering because it's like they were able to bring up at least 2 members of Imperium.
Well, they were stuck in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Remember, Eichner he lives in the U.S.
Okay.
And Barthel, I guess, just stayed here as well.
Got you. Okay, here's an interesting question because it's written easily on the wall.
Center yourself here, Dave. I have to see the side of your face, bro.
Oh, sorry. Easy. It's easily written on the wall. Karrion Kross versus Finn is going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be New Year's Evil. That's what they're going to call the NXT episode in 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks or whatever.
I think we're going to get Damian Priest versus Karrion Kross as a warm-up first. As a warm-up match.
Yeah.
For Priest. For Kross. But yes, we're going to get that match. But at the same time though, you know, when you look at Karrion Kross, he just screams out main roster already.
Already, yes. My main question was, even if it's like maybe 2 matches, do you think that Karrion Kross is going to be the guy to bring back the Demon?
No.
Out of Finn.
That Demon thing is dead, bro.
Yeah, Demon's done. I don't think.
Demon thing is dead. It's over with, bro.
Because NXT is the only place where Finn can really be strong outside of the main roster. Yeah. Main roster Finn needs the Demon.
Yeah.
Okay. NXT doesn't need it.
So there's that. Anyway, let's move on real quick.
Okay.
Let's talk about this whole AEW thing.
Jim Ross.
Yeah, okay. I did watch Dynamite. I thought Dynamite was pretty solid for what it was worth. He did almost crack 1 million viewers this week. They had Shaq do a sit-down interview with Tony Schiavone, to which Brandy Rhodes, that was just...
And I think that was the highest rated segment, too, on their show. At that point, 1.2 million people were watching.
Big Mike, you gotta watch Jade. You gotta watch Jade, man.
Jade, man, you gotta watch her, man.
You learn a thing or two.
Brandy threw water at him. Sting spoke. It's funny because they said it was going to be Sting and Tony Schiavone in the ring. That's what they were hyping up. But instead, we get Sting and Cody. Shaq. No, we got Sting and Cody.
Oh, Cody.
Sting trolled us.
He got in the ring. So Cody's in the ring, right?
Yeah.
And Sting comes out. He gets in the ring. Aaron looks at him and is like, listen, I'm just going to leave. He just leaves the ring for whatever reason. So we got Sting and Cody. And I'm pretty sure Cody's just grilling inside. He's just grinning. Yes, this is his childhood hero, one of his heroes growing up as a kid.
Right.
There he is, Sting and Cody, because, hey, it's AEW and fucking why not? Right?
All right.
So he's there. Sting puts his arm around him and shit. And he looks into Darby Allin, who Darby Allin is sitting all the way in the fucking nosebleeds and shit. I'm sorry, Trevor is sitting in the fucking nosebleeds. Dave's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck?
Oh yeah. GTA.
No, Trevor.
No. Trevor from Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah.
Hillary, will you marry? That's where I got Darby Allin from. He's Trevor, bro.
Okay.
So there was that. Yeah, we're getting trolling Sting here. But trolling Sting, I feel kind of ripped off because I was looking forward to Sting and Tony Schiavone. We got that for a bit. Talked about, hey man, you marked out last week and just say it again, and it feels good to be home and shit. Which he is. He's back home on TNT.
Also, MJF retained his the $100,000 diamond ring,
which I thought was good. I thought it was good. Grant, I did not like the ending with Miro showing up.
Yeah.
And he's fucking dripped out in some fucking, I don't know what the fuck he is wearing. Listen, it's funny because people say, oh, you know, AEW, they're gonna rescue Miro and make him a star. Really? Because
he's
to
even
me,
lame on AEW.
Listen, I get it. Wrestlers
Tony
are
Khan
characters.
said he's rebuilding him.
Yeah, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. If the way I look at it, bro, Miro is using AEW to just push out his brand on Twitch. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, he really wasn't gonna come back. They just threw the bag at him.
He threw the bag at. Listen, bro, just come here. We'll give you this shitload of money. Mm-hmm. Just phone it in, because that's what he's been doing. I'm sorry, Miro to me has been phoning it in. Been lazy as shit. I'm sorry. To me,
he's waiting on that feud. Whoever they're gonna give him, like
no. But they gotta give him something. So he comes out and he just takes out fucking every. It's funny because again, it's a It turns into a fucking lumberjack match, right? So you had MJF and Orange Cassidy, right?
Yeah.
And they had the inner circle outside the ring, looking at after MJF. And who did Orange Cassidy? So you got Chuck Taylor and Trent. They bring out.
Best friends, and then the varsity blonde showed up.
They bring out Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. and a couple of
Giant Jungle Boy.
Brian Pillman Jr. dude?
No, the other guy. He looks just like Jungle Boy.
Griff Garrison?
Who the F is Griff Garrison?
Google.
So he's been around. He's been in Ring of Honor. I think he took part of the Top Prospect tournament.
Yeah,
he's pretty good. Listen, for what he's all right. I'm not saying but you can just tell he's being trained by Cody and shit. So, a couple of these guys out, they're just watching over, you know, Orange Cassidy. Mm-hmm. So it looks like Orange is gonna win. Out comes Miro he lays him out with the Machka kick. That's what I still call it. To me, still the Machka kick, right? And then MJ gets the pin for the 1-2-3. So at the end of all of this, Miro just lays out everybody, and it's just a fucking monk. He's flexing on the hard cam, and that's why they close the show. Yeah. But again, to me, it's like he's just phoning it in right now.
He is phoning it in. Does he still have the blonde hair?
Yes.
That dude's a poser.
The only thing about this is, okay, like MJF retains this, so he gets to hold on to it for another year. It's gotta, like, we're the second year into this diamond ring shit. Like,
Bro,
there's got to be some.
They're not.
Like,
they're not gonna do anything with the ring. It's just a ring.
I thought they made a second ring, and I thought they were gonna.
That's what I was.
I thought
that would have made sense.
Like the wrestling version of Michael Jordan. He's gonna have like 6 rings on his hand.
I'm curious, Syria. I'm curious, how much did that ring even cost? Like, serious?
It's probably $50,000.
Real diamonds?
Probably. They got
Cuban
enough
zirconia?
money to do that.
Cuban zirconia?
I mean,
did Johnny Dang? Did Johnny Dang work on that ring?
Probably not. It's probably somebody in Florida. Johnny Dang is out of Texas.
Hey man, you know he loves going to Florida a lot. King of Bling, you know, I'm the king of Bling, Johnny Dang. King of Bling, you know, get your iced out Tony Khan. I'm a Tony Khan. Hey, All Elite Wrestling, man, get the grill going. The All Elite Wrestling jewelry, I tell you now, man. They get the Young Bucks edition, your super kick party. Now they're gonna super kick me. I'm the king of Bling. Oh shit!
Get the Cody chain.
Got the Cody Rhodes here, American Dream, baby. Dusty Rhodes, #1. The jewelry is Dusty's head. American Dream, baby. American Dream. Nah, Cody gonna have a chain called Dream.
With the W.
Which is fine. It's totally fine.
Dweem.
Dwayne, baby, if you will. I'm here, American Duke Dusty Wolf, baby, if you will. Almost boogity woogity down, if you will, baby. Me and Ric Flair, baby, for the NWA World title, if you will, baby. And then I go talk to Eddie Graham, baby, if you will. And Sapphire, baby. I'm American Dwayne Dusty Wolves, if you will. That was terrible. That was fucking terrible.
Yeah. The other thing that happened this week, kind of in affiliation with AEW.
Which I'm going to get into in this sec here.
Wasn't
what
do you think it is?
What else happened? You have the Young Buck versus the Hybrids who...
No,
it was an open... But here's the thing, though, bro. You watch one Young Bucks match, you watched them all.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry. There's a spot near the end. I think it was an Helico. He had Matt Jackson in this like Indian deathlock.
Yes.
And he had him in there for a hot minute. It's like, bro, tap out.
Yeah.
And he doesn't tap out. And then Nick Jackson makes the save. But this hold been on there for a hot minute. It's like, bruh, are you shitting me?
See, that's the thing that I don't like about AEW. They still have that indie stench on them.
Yeah, they do.
Like some of the stuff is good for television when it's a crowd. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the in-ring work and they do stuff on the indies that people don't see unless it's on the internet and they do it on television, it doesn't look good at all.
I've been wanting to say this because this is like, I get it. WWE is bad, like in regards to creative writing, all sorts of shit. Like they've just gotten bad. People still watch it, but and I understand now we have AEW as an alternative to watch, and they got big money to back it. That's cool, but the one thing that I'll say that WWE has always had for it is it's like, rather if you're built through their system or if you come in from the indies or New Japan or wherever, it's like they'll look at you and they'll be like, bro, like you put in all that work, you ain't gonna have to do all that over here. Like,
right.
And like you're learning their style to then like come over here and be like, if you were that big of a name over there, like AJ or whatever, you ain't gonna. AJ, his entire run in WWE has never hit a Spinal Tap. Because he, like, even if his body could do it,
not even that, but bro, you gotta remember he's 40-something.
No, I know. But the point I'm saying is, even if his body could do it, they don't want him to do it.
No.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, listen, if he's gonna do it, he'll do it once in a while. Like, look at Rollins. Look at Rollins.
I think he did the Spinal Tap one time, and it was like 3 years ago.
Like for example, look at Rollins, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't he do like the final tap, whatever, as well, off the top rope? But he'll do it once in a while.
He
did
that. Phoenix he did it 450.
Yeah, he did it to Brock in that triple threat match with Cena at Rumble 2015.
Yeah,
like he'll do it once in a while.
No, stuff like that is supposed to be saved for like big money matches here in WWE. But it's just like if you come to WWE, what I'm trying to say is like you shouldn't have to
kill yourself.
Like they don't want you to kill yourself anymore. You did it. You like.
Why do you think? For example, why do you think Nakamura is still in WWE? And I heard a lot of people.
If he leaves, he's gonna kill himself.
Exactly, that's what it is, bro. And dorks don't understand that shit. And I read, and I go on the Twitter machine, right? And I see all these fucking dorks get so upset. Oh, why is Shinsuke Nakamura not being used to the highest potential? If he was in New Japan, he would be a star right now. If he was in New Japan right now, he'd be doing this right, which is true. Don't get me the fuck wrong. Absolutely, he will be considered a star. He'd be treated right. But here's the difference, though. If he was in Japan right now, he'd be killing himself.
Yeah.
Nakamura is probably one of the smartest guys right now. He's taking this shitload of Vince money just to be lazy as fuck, knowing that, hey, he doesn't have to kill himself like he used to back in Japan. Good on him for that. Good for him.
If I had the choice of getting big money to only do 4 out of my entire full year of work, New Japan style matches, like in WrestleMania, SummerSlam, or something like that, or go to Japan and have to work that style match every day that I'm booked, I'm picking WWE.
I'm reading the comments here too. Chief writes here in quote, WWE knows how to time a match. That's the difference between AEW. That's one thing too.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, bro.
Yeah.
Especially, listen, on television, they can time it. When it comes to the pay-per-views, bruh, that's my thing. But anyway, listen, speaking of AEW, because honestly, there's really not much to talk about also in AEW.
Oh, wait. There's it's not what you're thinking.
As far as Dynamite goes. Because yes, they're gonna do a New Year Smash show as well. They're gonna have Snoop Dogg on the show too. They're also a show, I think, in a couple of weeks following the NBA, like a special Dynamite following an NBA game. Mike, when did the NBA start again?
The NBA is starting back on the 22nd, so
Christmas week. That's
probably gonna be the week.
They're gonna have an episode of Dynamite.
It's gonna be late too. It's gonna be like 10:30.
Probably so, depending how late it is. So there's that as well. So, people were mad. Oh, watch Sasha now lose on Friday to Carmella because Snoop Dogg wasn't.
Probably is. Yeah,
probably.
I don't blame WWE for being mad because they wasted all that money making Undertaker Snoop merch.
Yeah, but that was a limited time though, bro. That was limited time merchandise though. It wasn't like forever though. Keep that in mind as well.
It's still on shop though.
No, they just took it down.
They took it down.
As soon as he made the agreement to do the New Year's show for AEW, they took it down.
Yeah, but remember, it was limited. It was limited time though. It was limited though. Anyway.
And he's her theme song too. Yeah, she's done.
Let's get into the big news from AEW real quick. Cause fuck you, why not?
Well, do you consider Renee AEW news?
No, but shoot away. If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it.
Okay. Renee, her podcast. I hate the name. It's too sexual. Oral, whatever.
Oral sessions.
Yeah, the oral sessions.
Is that what it's called? Let me find out.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Oral sessions.
I think that's what it's called.
I may be capping here. Renee, what the fuck?
I don't know.
I think that is what it's called.
It's Oral Sessions with Renee and then her maiden last name because she doesn't use Moxley's.
Let me see here.
Renee, dang,
it starts with a P.
Let me see here.
Shoot, what's John's real name?
I'm Brown or something? His starts with a B.
Oh.
His real last name.
Screw it.
Yeah.
Screw it. Let's just move on.
Okay, so the story...
Okay, here we go.
What is it called?
Oral Sessions.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Yes.
It's funny because Chelsea Green writes here as a response, but it could be cool to have great conversation about the eggplant emoji too. I'm there if you need someone to discuss. Anyway.
Did she just confirm that she does that well?
I'm assuming she does.
Better ask that writer.
Mr. Cordona.
So what are you gonna say?
This past week, she did an episode with CM Punk, and he talked about what it would take for him to come back, rather it be WWE or AEW. And then on top of that, CM Punk gave his opinion on the fact that he thinks there will never be a wrestling union, even though he knows that there should be. He opened up about let's see, there was that what it would take for him to come back, and I'm trying to there were just a few key topics, but she had CM Punk on, and he mentioned what he would take to come back. He also addressed the issue of what went down with because she asked him about the whole Twitch thing and people losing their side hustles during the times, and his main reaction to that right away, instead of just breaking down, he was like, "I don't know him personally. I met him one time, but he just instantly called out Xavier Woods." And he was just like, I don't know him personally, but the fact that he's able to get away with this stuff, and he just basically said dude asked permission, but he then called it out and just said majority of the time what would happen is people in WWE would give suggestions to something for a specific role or an idea or something. And then Vince would just straight up be like, okay, we're going to take that idea, except we're not going to use you for it. We're going to switch it for someone else. And so, that's the only downside. And so Xavier Woods is, one of the luckiest cases because it's he pitched it the right way, I guess. And that's why, because, he literally just got signed with G4.
Yeah. Well, that was the fans that got him the G4 thing. So.
But still, I mean, that's what, and with the timing of all that,
yeah,
it's just he needed WWE's blessing to do it.
Well,
Yo,
yeah,
Mike,
because
Mike, peep the group chat, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, that happened this week too. I wasn't sure if you knew.
Facts.
Yeah, because Xavier Woods pretty much he pretty much signed over some of his channel over.
Well, I think he just he looked at what happened to Zack Ryder and was like, I'm not letting this. I want that, but I don't want it to be ruined. So it's he's that's got to be done the right way.
Yeah, he pretty much did it the right way. He came at him with a plan and probably showed them what type of return they can get on it with merch and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Got everybody involved. Everybody thought that they could do it and imitate it, and it didn't work out for them. And on top of that, he's using a second stage name because Austin Creed.
Yeah, Austin Creed.
Austin Creed isn't his real name, even though
that's
Austin
his indie name.
But Austin is his real
Austin
first name.
Watson. That's his real name.
But Creed is his alternative name, and he pretty much probably sold that instead of Xavier Woods, and everybody else is using their real name.
Oh, Facts. That reminds me. WWE failed in trying to buy the rights over the weekend to people with real names. So Mia Yim, Pete Dunne, Drew Gulak, names like that, WWE just tried to buy the rights to.
Oh, wow.
And they failed.
I believe it.
It's people's real names.
Is it really though, bro? Is he really Pete Dunne? That's really his name?
I guess so.
It has to be because, he looks like a Pete Dunne.
Facts. Anyway. So let's get into this news because after we're going to talk about one more topic, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. So, as you guys know, WWE Hall of Famer, good old JR, works for AEW, and he also has his own podcast called
Ross Report.
Grillin' JR.
Oh, he's got another one? Okay.
With Conrad.
I think he got rid of Ross Report and it's just Grillin'.
Yeah, with Conrad. So Conrad got himself another podcast with another fucking legend and shit. So I guess someone asked Jim Ross about the evolution of pro wrestling and not protecting finishers like the DDT or the SuperKick. And this is what Jim Ross had to say. End quote. I have it right here in front of me. That evolution of the business is bullshit. Yes, they should be protected. The DDT is a finish. The SuperKick is just a part of the flow of the match nowadays. Nobody wins with it. What does that say to you? Does that say guys back in the day were more proficient delivering a DDT or a super kick than in this generation, where things are evolving. I want some proof of that shit. I want somebody to prove to me that changing of the wrestling business is what it is today, and it's making a difference. I say no. I told a kid the other day in AEW that everybody does the same fucking spot. All you guys go outside, you cluster up like coils, you stand there in a huddle, friends and foes together side by side, so you can catch some leaping idiot going over the top who never wins with this move. They are looking for the holy shit chant. They love to hear this is awesome. It's a spot, folks. It's a trapeze act. I don't buy into that. The DDT is a great finish and it should be used as such. To which, listen, Jim Ross is right on this, 100%. Okay? To which then, so it was announced that on Dynamite this coming Wednesday is going to be a 7 versus 7 match. You're going to have the inner circle of Hager, Wardlow, Santana, Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, Jericho, and MJF versus the team of Chuck Taylor, Trent, Brandon Cutler, Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., and the new team of fucking forgot their names already, but the High Time or the new team, Sky
Something Flight.
Yes, High Flight. Yeah, High Flight. Yeah, Top Flight.
Yeah, Top Flight.
That's it, right? To which Brandon Cutler writes, and quote here, okay? Brandon Cutler, as you guys know, wrestled for AEW. He's also the camera guy for being the Elite and all that shit, right? Very good friends of the Young Bucks. And this is what he writes, in quote, this Wednesday on AEW Dynamite, 7 versus 7, we're going to go outside, cluster up like coils, stand there in a huddle, friends and foes together, side by side to catch some leaping idiot going over the top. Can't wait. 8 p.m. TNT. Hopefully for 1 million viewers. Let's effing go.
You know what's crazy? That's exactly what's probably going to happen.
And apparently a lot of guys within AEW are not happy with Jim Ross.
Man, they need to suck it up, man. They're a bunch of babies.
And that's the thing. So also there's been a report as well. Hold up. Let me just get it here. Let me see here. A lot of the this is coming out of WrestlingNews.co. As noted on Friday, Jim Ross had a lot to say about the current generation of wrestlers doing too much in the ring. Ross specifically pointed out where wrestlers huddle up at ringside, catch someone diving from the over the top rope. They reached out to a couple of wrestlers in AEW, and the feeling is that JR makes a lot of good points, but some wrestlers are less likely to listen to him when he is ripping on their work in public. One wrestler gave us the following statement on Ross's comments. Look, I know there is a lot that JR can teach us, but burying us on the show or on his podcast is only going to make some of us ignore what he says. I grew up watching JR, and he is the best, and we love that he calls our matches. But maybe find a different way to criticize the wrestlers in the ring. Everyone is doing what they have been taught. I agree that sometimes things need to be slowed down. At least he's honest about that part, right? But that won't happen when the guy who is supposed to help put us over is going out there and publicly burying us. Another wrestler echoed similar sentiments about Jim Ross. It was noted to us that Jerry Lynn is someone who gets a lot of praise behind the scenes because he is a straight shooter. But the feeling on him is that he gives constructive criticism. Here's the thing about it, okay? And this is why a lot of people consider AEW the beta promotion. Such beta cuckboys, if you will. In the sense of, listen, in life, you're going to get criticized. It's just the way that it is. There's no way that you can get constructive criticism in a good way.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, for example, if I go to a restaurant, okay? If I go to a restaurant, right, and I order a steak that's mid-rare, and I get it well done, right? The baked potato is dry as all hell. I order a Caesar salad where it's dry as all hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
My food comes late. Hell,
Right.
my appetizer, which is the salad, comes at the same time as my entree, which is the fucking steak and the baked potato. I hate when that happens, by the way. Mm-hmm. I hate when I go to a restaurant and they do that shit. I hate that, okay? Of course I'm going to give a bad review. Of course I'm going to be hard on you guys. Fuck yeah. Listen, Jim Ross, good old JR, has forgotten more about this industry than a lot of these dorks in AEW will ever fucking learn.
Yeah.
Got a point. You know what they could do with this? They could take.
They can suck it up. No, they can suck it up.
No, I mean besides
they
that,
could.
I was gonna say they could take it and work it into an angle.
No.
No, the only people you do it with is like if this was to come out on the show and you had FTR support.
Nah, bro.
This?
No, bro. No. Listen, they need to just suck this shit up. This is not the This is not the indies anymore. Yeah. That's the bottom line about this.
And this is what I was just talking about.
This is not the indies. And Mike said this earlier. They still have a lot of that independent stench on them. And let's be real about it. A lot of stuff that you see on the indies do not work on mainstream television.
That's what I was saying earlier.
A lot of the stuff that they do is WWE house show worthy.
Yes. At best.
At best.
And again, listen.
Around stuff.
And listen, there's good talent there. We're not saying the talent is shit.
Exactly. Right.
It's just that their reaction to criticism is that of being a pussy. Even
WCW in their heyday wouldn't do this. Even in their low day, they wouldn't be doing this.
TNA wouldn't be doing. Well, yeah, they would.
Yeah, TNA would, but
think about it. Someone got shot. Remember?
In 2000, wouldn't be doing this. So.
No.
But at the end of the day, listen, bro. Jim Ross's voice is golden. His point of view is golden as shit. Now, this is what I think. At the same time, I think that, yes, as much as Jim Ross is correct, I believe, honestly, listen, I think Jim Ross knew that Brandon Cutler posted that tweet out and was okay with it. Because at the end of the day, who the fuck is Brandon Cutler?
Jobber.
Name me anyone out there that's actually going on AEW shop and is actually buying Brandon Cutler merchandise.
Or even knows that he exists.
Bro, they have Brandon Cutler shirts on AEW shop.
I know, but yeah.
They do, bro.
They have shirts for everybody.
Listen, for whatever reason, everyone on the roster has a shirt.
That's sad.
Even Pillman has a shirt, and he's rarely on.
I mean, like, it's sad because it's like, I'm not saying it shouldn't
put it this way.
Pockets, but.
Bro, put it this way. Fucking, what's this dude's name? Oh my God, I'm fucking having a brain fart right now.
Oh, the midget kid?
No.
I'm pretty sure he's got one too.
He had a match with Jericho. He was in that tag team match. Luther. Even fucking Luther has a t-shirt on AEW shop.
He's still in the company?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You gotta understand, bro. To quote my uncle, the great Jim Cornette. My uncle, the great Jim Cornette. Okay? AEW is all friends wrestling.
Yeah.
Kenny Olivier and all these the Balding Buck and fucking Matt, Matt, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Balding Buck and Hollywood, you kind of get the idea, okay?
I get exactly what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about it, bro. That's the thing. This is an industry where you gotta have thick skin, bro. I'm sorry. You just gotta have thick skin. End of the fucking day. Listen, I'm a culinary major. I am in the industry where it's criticized every fucking day. It just involved with criticism.
That's why I love that. I loved that interview with Shaq.
I remember years ago, bro. I'll tell you this quick story. Culinary school, right? Mm-hmm. We had a chef show up. That's been everywhere, been around. Okay. And we had him. You can say that, yeah. Okay. And we had to make him 3 dishes: an entree, an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. Right. I did a salad. Right. I did a salad. I did a chicken breast with a citrus sauce.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I did an airline breast, which is the bone in almost on the chicken breast, with a poached egg, a grilled vegetable, and I did a citrus sauce, right?
Okay.
And I did a dessert. I did some fucking souffle and shit. And again, I'm terrible at baking. I had someone help me out with this shit. But the point is, though, I did all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to. And again, I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud of it, right? I'm proud of it. Right? So I'm like, I'm gonna kill this stuff. He's gonna eat. He's gonna fucking love it. Right? The other thing too, when you're in culinary school, a lot of shit gets to your head. A lot of things get to your fucking head. You get these ideas that, yo, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna be working at this fucking restaurant in the city, right? That's the misconception, right? So it's my turn to present my food, right? And he's biting into my salad. He's biting into the chicken breast. He's cutting it, whatever, right? And I'm assuming, okay, he's enjoying it. And then I get my review. And again, it's the chef that showed up, my instructor, and then a fucking someone that works in storage, but she's representing the customer, if you will, right? Mm-hmm. And the dude shits on my food.
Oof.
He completely just shits on it.
Gordon Ramsay style.
You can say that, but it's like more like Joe Bastianich.
Oh.
Like, he was harsh. It was the most harshest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Wow.
But the real question is, did you take it?
I took it like a man, bro. I had to.
Thank you.
I had to. Bro, I'm not gonna listen. At the end of the day, I'm a man. You feel me?
That's
I wasn't gonna cry about it.
Right.
And I'm not gonna fucking tell this dude who I never met before, who the first time that but I know for a fact that he's been places. He has restaurants all over the country, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently he wanted one of us to work at his restaurant when it was all said and done. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, I find out that he shit on all our foods.
I wonder whose fault that is. The teacher,
no, but bro, but just the way that it is.
Oh, okay.
You gotta understand, the culinary industry is a criticized industry, bro.
That's fine. That's good.
You gotta understand that too. You gotta understand that.
Yeah,
at the end of the fucking day,
default, it has to be his food.
You gotta understand, bro.
Right.
So when I hear this shit about all these wrestlers being so fucking upset, bro, fuck off, bro. You fucking need to be fucking lucky right now.
I was just that
Tony Khan has suckered himself into giving you fuckers contracts for this shitload of money that you guys shouldn't be fucking earning right now. Listen, there's a lot of talent there, let's be real about it, that still belong on the independent scene.
I was just about to say, if you went through the entire AEW, like if we go on AEW.com right now, like we screenshot it.
Go on that roster right now.
Uh-huh.
And we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna go because this show is about to be 2 hours. We're like 2 hours into the show.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, listen. There's a lot of talent that deserve that contract, that deserve to be there, all the fuck you want, that have paid their dues, that have been places, all the fuck you want, and then you have talent there who really are just a waste of a roster space.
They're better off hiring like random indies to do the jobs and alternate them every week to promote. To elevate people instead of just
though. They do that. That's why they have Dark. That's why they have AEW Dark. They use the indie talent from the outside to put over their actual roster people on the fucking promotion.
And Dark really isn't even worth watching.
And Dark, bro, it's like a 2-hour show with like all these matches and shit.
I don't watch Dark, but from what I heard, one of the biggest stories out of that was just 2 people were on losing streaks and someone had to win.
Yeah. Peter Avalon and fucking Brandon Cutler.
Right.
And Tony Khan did a press conference
for this shit on being the Elite.
Terrible.
That's terrible. That's supposed to draw ratings.
He is the Puff Daddy of the wrestling industry.
He's
all up in the videos.
All up in the video. Even on Impact.
He's Daxie, man. He's Daxie Kata. Not Dixie, Daxie. Because he's got a penis.
Nah, bro, nah. He's Jackson. He is Jacksonville Dixie, bro. He's Jackson. Yeah. Chase called him. He's male Dixie. Dixie Carter with a penis. And I remember when I said that shit years ago, people got so upset with me when I said that.
But you called your shot.
No. I just told like it is, bro. Yeah. To me, again, listen, I believe, yes, Tony Khan has a good... He means well. No one's denying. And I said this before and I'll say it again. The reason why I want AEW to succeed is because of Tony Khan.
Right.
But again, bro, their roster, bro, need to fucking shape up a little bit, bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They need to figure out who they need to put on the show at a weekly basis.
Bro. So when Jim Ross criticizes you, bro, that's a fucking honor, bro.
Yeah.
That's a fucking honor.
Yeah.
That you have a wrestling legend like Jim Ross, who is, let's be real about it, way bigger than all this shit. He is above everything on AEW right now.
Yeah, because if they run Jim Ross off the show, who's watching it?
No, not even that. You got Tony Schiavone still. You have Tony Schiavone.
Still, it doesn't really matter.
No, bro, you don't. And I remember people say, "Oh, they should bring Mauro in." Because apparently Mauro. No, bro. Listen, they're good right now.
They might run viewers away because people were not really digging him on NXT.
No, people were digging Mauro NXT.
They were, but it's a lot of it's a lot of haters out there.
But you gotta understand. But you gotta understand too, though, bro. Mauro is set, dude. He is set. He got the Showtime money. He's got Bellator money.
Bro, even Charlemagne the God cracked on Mauro Ranallo for the commentary at the Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight.
Yeah, bro.
He said, "Get that guy out of here. Just keep Snoop."
Again, dude. He is set, bro.
He said that on national radio.
Bro, say what you want, bro, but Mauro is set, dude. Mauro Ranallo, my man's set.
He is.
End of the day, he doesn't need that. He doesn't need Tony Khan money.
He does.
So I'm reading the comments here as well, right? Wrestling Addict 100 right here. WWE. What can we say? WWE's logic isn't the greatest. True. SPW writes here. These are valid points. People can't take critique. These are valid points. People can't take critiques. This isn't bearing. It's being honest. The young talent need to get off. The young talent need to get off the big head of getting this quick TV time. They're getting gems to extend careers. You're working tapings every week. You being given gems to extend your career and tell better in-ring stories. JR is clearly saying to build to your high spots. Tell the story in your matches. It helps. Fuck yeah. Majority isn't signed to AEW Dark. It's building and testing storylines and giving opportunity to indie talent. Dark has actually been pretty good and is perfect for what it is, a showcase show. Dark is perfect for talent to get their reps and work on their critiques. You're getting from all the legends. They gaining views and its own following, and many promotions open this much screen time, and that's true. But at the end of the day, bro, a lot of these talent that are complaining, that are upset, so fucking be thankful, bro. Thankful.
I think the big problem with the AEW roster is that ever since the success of All In and stuff like that, and then the establishment of AEW, they just looked at it as this is gonna be the company with all the answers. This is the company
No,
where
it's
it's
not,
like,
bro. It's
where
not
it's
still
like
though.
everything wrong with WWE, we're gonna do right, and no matter, it's like, and they're just ignoring the fact that, hey, I still take a shit too, and it's gonna stink, and
Yeah,
it's
but
just
dude,
like the moment that
but it's
someone called
not
them
though.
out on it.
But they're not though, bro. They're
No, I know
not.
they're not, and that's the thing. The moment someone, even within the company, realizes that and is calling it out, they're looking at them like they're giving them that look like, oh, you're just using that old WWE on me, like, because technically Jim Ross came from there. I mean, he's been all over, all the years being a legend, but he's speaking truth, and it's just like, it's truth they don't want to hear. A lot of them don't want to hear it.
Right.
That's all.
Basically. Anyway, I think we've covered mostly everything we needed to cover.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on now for almost 2 hours and 16 minutes. But the playback will be like 2 hours and 10 minutes or so. So there's that. I get tested tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. I am nervous as all hell because there's that too. Again, yeah, there's that.
You don't have to wait in a big line again, do you?
Nah, this time it's an appointment I made. It's a King. It's a King University. So, my mom already did it. So you just drive your car up. You stay in your car. They ask you questions and shit, and then boom, you just take the test.
Okay.
So there's that. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, man, I can't wait. I've been getting paid at the same time. Again, I've enjoyed this time off.
Mm-hmm.
I said this before, and I'll say it again. I got the most sleep in the first 3 days than I've had in 10 years, dude.
Wow. You should be refreshed now.
I am fresh as a fucking daisy right now. I am as fresh as a fucking cucumber right now, if you will. And the thing, bro, this coming Saturday, bro, Canelo fights, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy, bro.
And then Sunday's TLC.
Yeah, another thing too.
Yeah.
So we'll probably do a live show for that too. Probably do a little live show for that as well. But we'll see what happens though with my schedule and all that shit. The holidays are coming up. We'll be staying at home this year for Christmas because of what's going on with the pandemic, and so
I think everybody's staying home.
I think this year we're doing a virtual thing. The other thing about it, like every Christmas I spend it with my mom's side of the family, right? But my aunt has COVID and all that shit, and my cousin got COVID too. So it's like right now the idea of all of us being in that house is not happening. So likely we're gonna do like a virtual Zoom call and shit, and just from there, hey everybody, Merry Christmas, something like that, basically. Which probably gonna be the plan.
Looks cool.
Which again for me, I'll be at home. It'll be whatever. I might do like a Christmas show edition. I'm not even sure yet. Would y'all be down for that? Would you be down? Would y'all be down for that?
It depends.
Like just a random, like Christmas Eve though. Christmas.
Oh
midnight.
yeah. Christmas Eve, like the night before Christmas.
Like for us,
Christmas Eve, I'll probably be working.
See, for us Hispanics, right? For us Hispanics, we will have the party at fucking Christmas Eve, and we'll celebrate at midnight. The presents.
Oh,
that's
my ex's family. That's when they open their presents.
That's what we do. I did 1 year, Christmas morning, with the girlfriend I used to date. She was white. She was a white girl, if you will. White picket fence and all that shit, right? So they did Christmas morning. So that was like, at the time, it was like a crash for me. Like, what the fuck? We opened at Christmas morning, and that was basically it. But, I don't know. Would you be down for that, though? Like a Christmas show? Like Christmas Eve, going into midnight, going into Christmas morning and shit?
I could do that. Not Christmas Day.
It depends. I'm probably gonna work that day. It depends.
But midnight though. The midnight go from the 24th to the 25th.
Yeah, it depends.
At night,
I'll probably be dead tired, bro.
At night. Yeah, but again, I'm gonna try to get everybody on. I'll try to get Chase on, Walter on, maybe Conor on for a little bit.
You want to do a Christmas Eve edition of Throwback?
Not even that. Like it's just a random, just us shooting the shit, just talking about random topics. If I can get the live call feature, or just get people into the Skype call, rotate around and shit, I'll be awesome too.
Okay.
It's an idea. Again, they're just throwing it out there right now. See what the fuck's going on. But guys, let us know about that. All right, let us know, if you will. But anyway, that's gonna be it for us this week. I want to thank all of you again who have tuned in, all that stuff. You guys, as always, have been fucking awesome. You guys, as always, have been fucking awesome. I swear to fucking God. What's going on with this? What's going on with the music here? It's on mute right now. It's loading. It's loading. Give it time, y'all. Give it time. Give it time. But anyway, guys, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. All right. That's my Twitter handle. At HeelSteven. All right. This episode of the podcast will be available on all audio podcasting platforms, the big ones, if you will. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, Google Podcast, and as well over at Anchor.fm. That is the official sponsor of Around the Point. All right. Big Mike, bro, let them know, man. Where can they catch you on Twitter, man? Let them see you, Big Mike. You're on the side there, Big Mike.
Yeah. Here I am. You can follow me on Twitter at DetroitGamer313.
And Dave said, let them know, bro. What do you got, bro? You don't got a Twitter yet, bro.
No, I don't. You can't follow me yet.
You gotta get a Twitter, bro. Listen, man. In 2021, you gotta get a fucking Twitter, bro.
In 2021, this is my plan for 2021, early New Year's resolution.
Nah, fuck that. Tomorrow, bro, you better make a Twitter, bro.
Oh shit. Okay.
Listen, bro, all you gotta do is download the app, make a Twitter handle, tweet around during wrestling shows and shit. And that's it, bro. That's all you gotta do. That's your homework for tomorrow, bro. That's your homework assignment for tomorrow, if you will. But let them know, bro. But what we're gonna say? 2021.
2021.
Speak up. Speak a little louder.
The New Year's resolutions for 2021. I already came up with a name. To launch at least in January, at least 5 episodes of the Take 5 podcast. It's going to be a podcast. We cover 5 random topics each episode. One topic for sure will be Song of the Day. And then some episodes will just be me solo. Sometimes I'll have a guest to help me cover stuff. Of course, I want to have you on as one of my episodes, or maybe reoccurring. It's not always going to be wrestling related. It's just kind of the general talk, but it's like the idea. Take 5, it's going to be a Take 5 podcast, just random shooting, But that's the idea. Get that going. Once that's going, of course, I'm going to have a Twitter handle for that. Facebook strictly for that. Maybe I do follow a lot of people on Twitch, but maybe I might get started on Twitch as well for gaming. So I'm not sure about that. I know all these new consoles are came out and shit, but I believe Magneto said it best: in chess, the pawns go first. So I'm waiting on all the bugs to get fixed with the PlayStation 5. Fair enough.
And with that being said, guys, I am Big Mike. I'm not Big Mike. I'm
you
Steve.
Are not Big Mike.
It's Big Mike. That's Dave Sack, our John Draper, as always. We'll be back next week for the TLC review. And again, we'll get more details about the Christmas show that I do want to do and all that stuff. So I'm going to have you guys mute your mics. I'm going to play the music, and we'll be out of here like Janet Jackson's titties on Super Bowl Sunday. Peace out, y'all.